And we're now live. Woo! Okay. And then who's ready for a countdown?
I'm ready.
No.
Just said always. David said he's ready. John, are you ready?
I've said no 3 times now.
Okay. It's at the same time as them, so I honestly had no idea.
I know. I love that I'm like the fucking main guy that talks on this show, and my audio is at the lowest priority in this fucking window that we use. It is just fucking outrageous. Okay, hold on. I'm setting scorekeeper games based on memories of what we all chose. Jesse's game.
Why do I have a tab open where I searched parts of a toilet?
Were you trying to fix your toilet?
Yeah, what'd you pick?
The bowl, the flusher. I mean,
Yes, really quite simple.
only a few parts.
Sorry, I just want to make sure I'm actually getting these fucking games set before. I don't want to be fucking scrambling to do this as we are actually playing the games. Okay, nearly ready for a countdown.
You ready? Okay.
Nearly.
He said
Johnny.
nearly ready.
Oh, nearly. Okay. I see you're up on Twitch and all that.
And I am ready for that countdown.
All right. Let's see here. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Yep. There we go.
God damn it.
Welcome to Game That
Oh, yeah. What is going on, everybody? It's Wednesday night, and you know what that means. It's Game That Tune back in the house once again. It's your boy, John Harrington here, and I've got Jesse Moore alongside me. Say hey.
Hey,
Hell yeah, Jesse. Welcome to Game That Tune, August Absurdity, head-to-head video game music podcasting, sports entertainment action. Returning again to twitch.tv/Game That Tune. My goodness, Jesse, what a great, fantastic show we've got coming for everybody. Tell everybody what we do here at Game That Tune.
what we do normally is we each pick a game. We play 3 songs from the game and try to guess each other's game, usually based on a theme, and goof off, have fun. And but tonight is going to be different because it's head to head. So instead of that, Johnny and David are going to just guess all the music tonight.
That's
and
right.
Myself, John, and a bunch of tunas have selected the tracks.
Mm-hmm. We could take all the credit, you and I, but no, we must give much credit to the GTT universe and their fantastic requests that they've been sending to us all week. We have got a hell of a lineup, a fantastic stacked card for this August Absurdity 7 opening round contest between Johnny and David, 2 titans of Game That Tune.
I am a little worried, though. I was looking over the songs last minute, and I think I might have gotten a little too easy on these guys. Like, I was looking at it, I was like, I got a handheld. David loves fucking handhelds. I got trivia about a voice actor. That's right up David's alley. He loves voice acting. I got a bunch of games that remind me of Legend of Zelda. David loves those games. And then I got a Dreamcast game. And Johnny, I think, likes Dreamcast games. I think he's a Sega boy. So I don't know. It's probably going to be a high scoring showdown tonight. Probably like 76 to 73. It's going to be wild.
I'm saying
I don't like how you guys are telegraphing this.
We're going to score this thing like an MMA fight. It's going to be 30-29, 30-29, and then 30-30, and we'll see just who comes out on top. So again, we've got two fantastic competitors. We're going to hear from the most recent champion first, John Regan. Johnny, do you have anything to say before we start tonight's matchup?
Yeah, guys. So, one, I don't like how obviously stacked against me this game is. I'm not a fan.
I don't know what you're talking about, Johnny. That was what Jesse was saying. I and the fans are also responsible for a lot of the content of this show. I would never do you dirty, Johnny.
All right. But
it's in my best interest for you to win this episode.
There's
a lot of game theory going on here, guys.
So yeah, I didn't prepare anything at all, actually, to be honest. So I'm just excited to have a good, clean fight with David. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna listen to some games, and get some songs. And I'm probably gonna win, despite all this stacking against me that's been going on. You guys did a very thorough job of cleaning up all the metadata tags this week, so I could not cheat like I usually do. So this is gonna be the most fair fight we've ever had.
It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a goddamn classic. And so now we'll hear from the once great king of Game That Tune. I guess he was the king of the early era of Game That Tune. David Fleming. It's been a while, but he's back. He's in the best shape of his life, and he's doing a one last ride. So let's hear from Hollywood David Fleming.
Oh no.
So I just wanted to say that, Johnny, I look forward to competing against you. I look forward to having a lot of fun, a good, clean match in this opening match. Some people may be curious why I could single anyone out, and I did single you out because I do love you, Johnny. You are the heart of Game That Tune. You make everything run technologically. But all of that programming doesn't leave a ton of time for listening to video game music, so you might be the easiest combatant. And, I've been Absurd King more times than anyone else, and you gotta do what you gotta do. And if that means playing on easy mode, racing at 50 cc's, then that's what you gotta do. So, Johnny, I'm looking forward to taking you out quickly, and I think it's high time that absurd crown returns to its rightful place, which is on my head. For podcast listeners, I dropped a microphone onto my desk.
I like that you brought an extra microphone to drop so we could continue this podcast.
You were using.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, there you have it, fellas. Some positivity, some animosity, and just the heart of two champions on the line here in this opening round contest of August Absurdity. So we've got fantastic games. We've got a stacked lineup. We're going to put these guys through the ringer, and it's going to be a fantastic show. So we just got to ring that bell, Johnny, and hit game one.
Game one.
Got a fucking bell.
All right. So this game has a whole bunch of characters from different games made by the same developer. But one of the characters that was used in this game and never used in any other games shares a whole lot of similarities with another character from Alien versus Predator. Her name Lynn Kurosawa. And also, side note, Vega appears as an enemy character in this game a bunch.
I'm sorry, I just want to clarify about the trivia. You said the character doesn't appear in this game, but someone similar does.
Yes.
Okay. I think I got it.
All right, let's see what you got.
You got it based on the trivia. I'm really fucking impressed.
Oh, David says Namco X Capcom. That's incorrect. Johnny with Cannon Spike, the correct answer.
Oh!
I guess Johnny does play Dreamcast.
Johnny! Impressive.
Yeah.
See, I was thrown off because there's a character in Namco Cross Capcom that like changes into different costumes to attack, one of them being Lynn Kurosawa.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That's dope.
Yeah, this game is Cannon Spike. It's a weird like shooty game, but like you can play as Arthur from Ghosts and Goblins, Baby Bonnie Hood from Darkstalkers, Cammy from Street Fighter, Charlie or Nash in Japan, Mega Man.
I mean, I would certainly hope if there's a game called Cannon Spike, you can play as Cammy.
That's true. Yeah, it is her name of her move. But it's a pretty cool little game for Dreamcast. I wish I'd played it more. But it's neat.
Yeah, I thought this was strictly a Cammy standalone game. I didn't realize it had all these other playable characters in it. I didn't realize it was like Capcom shoot 'em up like crossover game.
Yeah,
I thought based on the title being Cannon Spike, it was just Cammy's game. I thought it was like her death by degrees.
Johnny, have you played this?
Only briefly. I don't remember too much. Doesn't Cammy wear like roller skates in this game, like knee pads and elbow pads and stuff? Or is that? I think it's a different thing.
I think I'm thinking of Mike Hagar in Final Fight 3.
I think that's what I'm thinking about.
That's probably it.
Mike Hagar and Cammy White, famously interchangeable body types.
Oh man, and clothes totally interchangeable. Like, give me Cammy with the big one suspender, and give me Hagar with the buns, baby.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah, big beady man.
Leotard Hagar.
At least one of his balls is coming out of that, right?
I mean, for Mike Hagar, it's both of them. Let's be real.
Just hanging out the sides.
Yeah, talking about some cannonballs, baby.
he's gonna spike you with them.
Yeah. Yeah. What is there to say about this game? What a fascinating game. I mean, like,
So it's like a shooter game, but is it like? I guess I'm just trying to understand. Like,
It's
is
like
it
an Akari Warriors,
okay?
like top
I was-
down, like you're a soldier, or in this case, Cammy or Mega Man or Arthur, and like you're shooting in all the different directions, or like Smash TV. It has been compared to Smash TV a bunch.
oh, okay.
Because I was gonna say, like, is it a vehicle shooter where like your character is in a ship or everything? But if you're running around, like that makes much more
Yeah.
sense that it's all these Capcom characters. Because otherwise, it could just be like a generic airplane. Like, oh yeah, Mega Man's totally in that.
Yeah, he's
We
definitely
colored
there.
it blue.
Yeah.
It might have been an arcade game too.
I thought it was more of a Ratchet and Clank kind of situation, but I guess I totally made that up in my mind. Top-down runaround makes much more sense for that time in games. So
Yeah, I think it's almost like if you took a beat 'em up, but but you're shooting things and applied that sort of Power Stone perspective to it, right? Like, which I feel like is very Capcom 2000 is Power Stone-y,
Yeah, they were going all in on that. I don't know, perspective, I guess. What do you call it?
Yeah, the isometric perspective where you take 2D things and make them kind of 3D,
Right. Yeah. Barely make it 3D.
It was fun when Capcom would do stuff like that, and like fiddle with their characters and put them together in weird stuff.
Yeah, not just in crossover fighting games, but in
Yeah.
other games in which they cross over and do fun things. Yeah,
It was fun when Capcom made games other than like Street Fighter and Resident Evil
They also make Monster Hunter.
right.
and Monster Hunter. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Mhm. Many great games.
And a
Devil
new
May
Dragon's Dogma.
Yeah, many great games. But yeah, they got so many good characters in their fucking games that they should be spinning them off and making them do fucking like side shoot 'em ups all the time. Like, I'd play another Cannon Spike with some of the new Street Fighter characters, and the big lady from Resident Evil.
Could you
maybe-
imagine, and not to go immediately back to this well, but could you imagine Hagar going Rambo with like the bandolier around his arms?
Mhm.
Oh man,
I sure could, man.
Can we
That
take
motherfucker would draw first blood.
if they remade Cannon Spike for modern systems? I'd really like to Dreamcast this.
You don't get to give yourself one.
Yeah, that wasn't clever, John.
you planned it and everything. Like there was like a
used
spark.
that reference numerous times in the past. Like,
Your finger was
The
on the
dopamine.
button as you said it. That
Yeah.
doesn't
Oh.
count.
he was so pleased with himself. Gee whiz. So, Johnny, besides your own sense of self-satisfaction, what else do you want in this new Cannon Spike?
I guess I would want some of the new Capcom characters. So
Name them.
yeah, so somebody from Resident Evil.
Are you just repeating what we just
yes.
said?
Yeah.
My
Ooh.
favorite Capcom character, somebody from Resident Evil.
Yeah,
Right.
you can throw in Leon and
Oh, that's a
That
person.
guy is from nearly 20 years ago, John. Over 20 years ago, depending on what game I'm
Well,
thinking.
they're remaking 4, so
bring him
Yeah.
back
He'll
bring
be
him
fresh,
back.
baby.
in Cannon
Mhm.
Spike.
Who else, John?
John, keep your hands off of the keyboard. I will concede August Absurdity round 1 to you
Whoa.
right now if you can tell me what Leon's last name is.
short show.
Oh man, Kowalski.
So
Wow.
close. So close.
The beauty of that gambit, David, is that Johnny is the one that got this game right to begin with. You had nothing to lose by doing that. Johnny already has the point. But yeah, no, a Cannon Spike featuring like the Devil May Cry and Phoenix Wright characters,
Oh,
and
like
maybe
Dante
like,
is perfect because he already has the fucking Ebony and Ivory. He just fucking
Yeah.
shooting those guys.
and throw in some
Oh.
Monster Hunters, some Monsties.
Yeah, like a
God.
bow gunner. That'd be so
I
cool.
was gonna say I would play the fuck out of this if you were just riding a monster shooting arrows.
And
Yeah.
then throw in, I don't know, Juri from Street Fighter, and trying to think of one of the new characters they added from 5. Like Rashid seems like he'd be perfect for this. He wears a fucking Vegeta scouter as it is. Like he's
Throw
bound
in
to
picking
get
up
an action.
tornadoes.
Throw
Yeah,
in some weirdo from rival schools to make like the weird Capcom fans happy.
Right, exactly. It writes itself, guys. It's just
Who was
just
God?
easy money.
I'm trying to remember her name and I can't think of it, but there's a rival school's character who was like the American student, and you can tell because she's wearing red, white, and blue, and she has boxing gloves with like stars on them.
Oh,
She should
Girl
be
Apollo Creed. Sounds good to me. I don't know. But yeah, anyway, they should just keep on making games like this. Just, crank out simple, easy games in this easy to replicate overhead style. I'm thinking like in the Marvel Ultimate Alliance games. Those games were not complicated games. They were a blast.
Yeah.
Just put all the Capcom characters in those. Rotate 6, 8, 10 of them in there each time.
I made 2 of those last weekend. Easy to make.
It's easy money. Fucking, I could do it right now, I think. But yeah, Jesse, anything else on Cannon Spike?
Nope.
Either the game or the move from Cammy. Which one do you really put ahead of the other?
Oh, that's really close. I think I have more experience with the move than the game, to be honest. So probably the move just a little bit.
Right. I hear that. Hell yeah. Johnny, do the Cannon Spike and then send us over to game 2.
Game 2.
I ain't doing it. All right, guys. So this is the first new entry in this series in nearly 8 years, and the first to not feature which word in its title. All right, guys. Who's feeling great?
I'm feeling very good.
Good.
It took me a second, but then I remembered a game that existed I forgot about.
That's good. Ooh, okay. Jesse is not participating, but he wrote a big PP. Good for him. Johnny says Mario Sports Superstars. Sadly, incorrect. And David has the partially correct title, Switch Sports. This is, in fact, Nintendo Switch Sports. I'm going to give him the point. Because he also got the trivia question correct. This is the fourth entry in the Wii Sports series, of course, and is therefore the first entry that does not contain the word Wii, because this game doesn't play on the Wii. It's on the Switch.
Wait, it doesn't?
Switch.
See, what threw me off was you were like, it's the newest game in 8 years. Like, Wii Sports Resort came out way before, but I forgot about Wii Sports Club on the Wii U.
Mm-hmm. Many people did. As a Wii U owner, I almost did. Man, what a game Wii Sports Club was. Remember that? Remember Wii Sports Club, David?
They didn't call Wii U Sports Club on the Wii U?
Shut up, John.
I mean, it was basically just Wii Sports, but downloadable.
Until they then made it not downloadable and just released it to buy in one whole package. That was actually almost a slip up on that trivia, because the Wii Sports Club thing, you could download stuff starting in like 2013, but they didn't release the full package until 2014. So I counted that as the nearly 8 years thing. Regardless, we're not here to talk about Wii Sports Club, one of the many marketing mistakes on the Wii U. We're here to talk about the highly successful Nintendo Switch Sports, of course, the game that Johnny and David have both played.
Is it highly successful?
Yes.
Does it have sports?
Yes.
Oh.
Well, it depends how you define sport.
Everything I said is true. It's got sports, and it's on Nintendo Switch. And I wasn't successful.
I wasn't trying to get into like sales data or anything. I just remember this came out, and everybody absolutely loved this game for about 2.5 weeks, and then nobody talked about it again.
Right. I mean, I don't know who you talk to about Switch games anyway. No, this didn't have like
the internet.
Didn't have sustained buzz like fucking Animal Crossing did back when it came out at the start of the lockdown. People actually had to fucking go back to work after playing this game. But yeah, it sold like 5 million copies in 2 months. So it's on the list. It's doing just fine. Switch Sports. If they start packing it in with the Switch, then it's really going to start doing good. That's when you start approaching those those Wii Sports numbers. If the Switch 2 comes out soon and it's got Wii Switch Sports packed in with it, then man, this is going to be one of the best-selling games of all time. As it stands now, it's a perfectly fine, successful game that I haven't played yet because, the like as much as I loved Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort and to a small extent Wii Sports Club, I don't know if I'm still in the market for motion-controlled sports games on a Nintendo system. Johnny or David, are you in that market at all?
I'm not in the market for any motion control thing.
But you own a Switch.
Last night, Danielle and I sat down to play a little bit of Mario Party Superstars, and at the beginning, Super Mario Party. And at the beginning, you gotta do like, yay! And the second we did that, I'm like, oh, I kind of don't want to play this anymore.
Oh no, Johnny, that's the best part of Super Mario Party. They make you high five each other in that game. They encourage the Mario Party sportsmanship using the motion controls. That's easily the best part of that game. David, what about you, man? Did you play the demo at least of Switch Sports?
Well, see, I was interested in it because I loved Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort in particular. And some of the new sports looked cool, like soccer, where you have it like strapped to your legs, so you're actually kicking. And they added badminton. I was like, okay, that seems kind of fun and cute and everything. And then what just totally broke me is, I'll play a Wii Sports game that doesn't have Wii in the title. But how do you expect me to play a Wii Sports game that doesn't have Mii's?
That's true.
Like, I understand that the new avatars, whatever they're called, like, look more detailed and whatnot, but part of the charm of Wii Sports was seeing the, like, really low effort characters in Mii's. Like, that looks like me. Kind of.
Yeah, within a set of constraints. No, I mean, honestly, I don't know what they're thinking, like, with the Mii integration since the Wii. Like, I guess they really should have jettisoned it completely, given that we've moved on from the Wii U. The Wii U was a complete failure and had Mii integration throughout it. And it's dead and buried. It's the Switch now. So they should have really overhauled the whole, user avatar system. But then when you boot up your Switch, it's like, hey, set your Mii. I'm like, what? Still? Like,
well, what's weird to me is
my icon.
What's weird to me is, it's like, set your Mii. Okay. All right. What icon do you want to use that's not your Mii? Like, well, then why do I need a Mii?
Right. Yeah. And then to not even use them in this, it's just, just preposterous. Though, again, I wouldn't have a problem with it if they gave us a new Mii-like avatar system. Like, all the games should be using a HD Mii, something like that. But nope, here we are, Switch Sports. Vaguely okay-looking characters that aren't Mii's. They lack that charm, baby.
You can start a whole. Oh, go ahead, David.
I was gonna say, if we had Mii's, but it used the like Miitopia Mii creator where you could make like Garfield and shit, that would be perfect. But no,
I forgot Miitopia was even a thing. They released that game on Switch too. That's a huge game. There's clearly still love out there for the Mii's. But
you can start a Where's the Beef style campaign called Where's the Mii's and just make a bunch of videos and tag Nintendo and all of them.
Yeah, just you holding up like a missing poster of your beloved Mii. It's like a picture of a cartoon thing that vaguely looks like you. It's like, this charm is missing from this system. Hello. But yeah, so then David, you did not play the game?
I did not, no.
Dang.
I thought really hard about it for like 3 days, and then I decided against it.
Right. Because see, I was going to ask, maybe you could explain to me, like, I understand several of these sports. I remember from Wii Sports, tennis, bowling, golf. Those are sports I understand. Soccer, I understand that. You strap the thing to your leg. Badminton, it's like a different tennis. Volleyball, okay, it's a little bit of a stretch for a Wii Sports kind of game. That's all well and good. Maybe it'll be fun. There's this other thing in here. Chambara. What does that mean?
I think it's the kind of grill.
Apparently, Shambara is swordplay from Me Sports Resorts. And that's it.
Is that really it?
Yeah, it's just like it's a sword fighting competition where you're on a little like central platform trying to knock people off of it. Like it's literally the same thing as swordplay from Resorts. I don't know why they changed the name.
I was gonna say, what the fuck, man? Just call it swordplay. Why'd you call it Chambara? That all that does is serve confused poor guys like me. You know, man. See, I've been sitting here thinking they added some obscure fucking like Indian sport or something. I thought this
was the thing where you take turns kicking each other in the crotch.
Yeah, see, it could have been that for all I know about that fucking word. What the fuck? It's not Rochambeau.
I think.
Rochambeau. Okay.
I think you only call it Chambara when it comes from the Chambara region of France. If it's not from that, you have to call it swordplay.
Should be called swordplay, yes. But yeah, I thought they just fucking threw in some obscure ass sport, but no, okay, they just they gave swordplay, the oldest sport there is, a confusing name that I've never heard of. God, I should have paid closer attention to this. If I had known there was fucking swordplay in this, I would have bought it by now. What the fuck? I just didn't want to play Chambara. But yeah, I figure I'm going to get this game at some point because I have a kid, and kids like this kind of stuff. And then I will thoroughly play the golf and the bowling, just as I have with all Wii Sports games. I mean, I kind of live for that shit. If they got some new courses on that and like a new fun bowling mode, I will get my fun out of this. But not for a while. I don't know. I'm not super sold on the Switch's motion control ability. Like it's part of the system, but it's not my favorite part of the system. So like, no, I don't trust it. Like Public Enemy, baby. I just simply can't trust it. And that's really all I got to say about Wii Sports. I like the new music, even though I was having trouble finding versions of the music that don't play like they're playing in an echoey, like bowling alley. It's interesting. It seems like the Game Rip soundtrack on this, they don't have like just the nice raw audio. So I'm hoping they put out a more cleaned up version of this at some point because I really like the tunes. Good, funky sports tunes that all sound like you're playing outside or something. But yeah, fun game. Bring back the Mii's. Call things what they are. Chambara, beat it.
Sparkling swordplay.
Yeah, not into it. Just jeez Louise. Man, what an opening we had. A game from me, a game from Jesse, and 2 points on the board. A head-to-head struggle. I think that we're going to have to ratchet this thing up a little bit, Johnny. I think it's time for us to go into some requests. So let's really put you guys' balls in a salad shooter with this one. Let's have that next game.
Game 3.
my god. Okay. So this game, unlike its original side-scrolling stuff it does in this series, this game is divided into 3 different sections of gameplay: map scene, town scene, and action screen. All right, guys. Let's see some of those answers in this legendary bout.
He's got 2 letters right.
Don't think I got this right.
Ooh. Okay. Johnny says Effect Xanadu, incorrect. And David said Sword of Hope. That's also incorrect. This is Axe Battler of A Legend of Golden Axe. So basically, this is like someone was like, "Man, that Zelda 2 is pretty cool. What if we did that to Golden Axe?" And also, I noticed the soundtrack has very vaguely sounds like Legend of Zelda 2. Like
really
that
trying to trick some people in this one.
like that overworld theme sounds a lot like the overworld theme from the dun, 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 that song. It sounds very like they changed like 2 notes, so it's just like the Vanilla Ice thing.
I was gonna say they got Vanilla Ice to compose this.
Yeah.
I can give you a little change.
I'm
But-
actually.
Give me the Zelda 2 soundtrack, and it's not the same.
And it was
Go
on the
ahead,
Game
Jesse.
Gear too. So if you wanted to play a Zelda 2 on the Game Gear, I mean, obviously you couldn't play Zelda 2 on the Game Gear. What are you, some kind of fucking psycho? Someone could be like, "Look, before you get all mad, you can play this game instead." And they'll be like,
Say, Jesse, I think
"Hey,
you doth protest too much. You showed up to a Toys R Us asking for Zelda 2 on the Game Gear at some point, didn't you?
look, we've all we've all done things that we kind of regret." And anyways, let's get back at the fight at hand with these guys.
Yeah, the axe
So-
battle.
Yeah.
David, you didn't even have the right weapon. Sword of Hope. Come on, man.
Which again, Axe Battler in this game uses a fucking sword.
What? Oh, wait.
Yes,
Shit.
yes. Even in Golden Axe, he uses a fucking sword. His name is Axe Battler. Like,
Okay.
That's
I
right.
definitely
Julius
don't
uses
want
the
that
axe.
yes.
That's a weird detail, man. Why would they do that?
I've always thought that was weird about Golden Axe. How Axe Battler never uses an axe. And
Do you
it's called
think it's
Golden
like
Axe.
do you think it's like an M. Bison Balrog Vega situation? Like,
Now, see, I like to imagine that Axe Battler is just like still growing through that rebellious teenager phase. Like, my parents named me Axe Battler, but I'm not going to be what they want me to be. I'm going to
Yeah.
follow my own path. And
I'll
he just
show
grabs
you.
his sword and beats the shit out of everything.
It's not an
I'm
axe, Mom. This is who I am.
I just wish you would take up the axe like your father.
Yeah.
I don't want his life.
Just like instead of going to like dance school, he just uses a sword to kill monsters instead. Like that's his ultimate fuck you, Dad.
Wait,
Yeah.
instead he was gonna go to dance school to kill monsters? Oh,
Actually,
wait.
David.
Yeah, it's a prequel to Michael Jackson's Moonwalker, where you kill monsters by dancing.
I thought you were going to say, yeah, it was suddenly a Billy Elliot kind of thing, and Axe Battler, it's, Axe Billy. But no, it's none of those things. So, I mean, it kind of makes sense, honestly, if you're doing a Golden Axe thing on the Game Gear to put it in more of a one-player context, right? Like, correct me if I'm wrong. Was there any way to play Game Gear games with other people?
Yeah, you could. They had the link cable type.
Oh, okay.
Situation.
So, yeah.
But why you would want to, like...
Right. When you could just play Golden Axe on your Genesis. And
Yeah, that's so
not
many.
waste all the batteries.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's so many batteries.
Double the batteries, guys.
What, 12? Was it? No.
Yeah,
The
6
Game
per
Gear had 8 or 6?
6.
Okay, 6. So 12 batteries.
You can only play.
Gone in 30 minutes.
You can only play them inside Costco. Like you just have to stay there and just keep on rotating the batteries.
Well, that's how the 2-player mode in Axe Battler worked. One player was playing, the other was just changing the batteries out constantly.
That's a good way to be. Yeah, it wasn't so much co-op mode as it was a battery backup mode. You're just draining the other console's battery while you replace your batteries.
That's why I hated having an older sister. I always was stuck playing Luigi, and I was always stuck replacing batteries.
Yeah, I always just was maintaining
For
the
the
life
Game
support. Outrageous. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't seem like a fundamentally awful game, is it, Jesse?
I mean, the platforming's a little wonky. I mean, but it's on the fucking Game Gear, so what do you want? Like,
I feel like, yeah, you can't complain about wonk in a Game Gear game.
yeah,
Like,
if you've already made the decision to turn on a Game Gear, you've made choices in your life, and you just need to, live with those choices and enjoy what may or may not happen next.
It's kind of like sitting down to eat a meal at Buffalo Wild Wings. You just start to really think about everything you've done in your life up to that point, and maybe you want to be a different person going forward.
Just real quick, like I had a Game Gear, and I would play the shit out of Joe Montana football, but I hated that game because like it was the only football game on the Game Gear that I had. But no matter what, one team was red and one team was blue. So it didn't, if you were a team that wasn't those colors, it just didn't make any fucking sense. And that really fucking bothered me. But I still played it because that's what we did when we had Game Gears back then. We played the shit we had.
I mean, yeah, people can relate. There used to be a scarcity of things. We used to not have the money, and we had all the time. And now we have the time, or now we have the money, but we don't have the time. Yeah, so
used to have all the
at
time.
some point,
Flat circle.
We used to have
at some
all the
point in our
time.
life, there was a time when we had both time and money, and I'm not sure when it was, but I should have been playing games during that time.
Well, I think the issue back then wasn't about money. It was about having all the time, but not having all the batteries.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I had an AC adapter. I didn't take that thing with me. I just played it in my bedroom.
And here's the thing, Johnny. Money can be exchanged for goods and services, like more batteries. You could buy more batteries with your money. Or you could buy more games. That's probably the issue. You couldn't buy more games because you were buying too many batteries. The life of a Game Gear owner. Like, I could have had tons of games, but I had to keep that thing charged, baby. Man, what a game. This was a request?
Yes, from Rayanus.
Yes, Ray. Fantastic request. Ray, the waifu master, of course.
Yes. I think he likes the bottoms.
I was going to say, suspiciously low number of butts in this game. For Ray. So,
wow.
He didn't put the anus in his request like he normally does. Yeah. So, Ray, step it up, man. Step your game up. But, good game. Interesting soundtrack. And,
Very
I think
misleading.
Can't wait for this to go on the radio.
I think we gotta keep going, guys. Let's swing our axes and swing our swords, whichever it may be. and keep this battle going.
Game 4.
All right, guys. So, this game, man, what a game this is. This game features crossovers with two different franchises. Using a network adapter and a special code, you could unlock a bonus battle in this game. That special code, of course, is LRLRLLRRRRL select start. You could also unlock bonus weapons in that other game by inserting this game into your system at the same time. And the other series that this crosses over with, there's a cameo from the series' main character, although the character is not named, and they seem to have amnesia for an unknown reason. Once you guys have your answers clearly written down, I will give the much more insane giveaway trivia if this is a game that you know about. Just fucking outrageous, quite frankly.
I have a guess. I don't think it's right.
That's fine. I don't expect it to be right. Our requesters did not spare you guys this week. All right, so the other piece of giveaway trivia, of course, is that this game featured a unique cartridge with a photometric light sensor that measures the amount of sunlight that the player is playing in. Johnny says Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. He's incorrect. David says Mega Man Star Force. He's also incorrect. Johnny, you want to hit the sound now? This is, of course, Boktai 2 Solar Boy Django for the Game Boy Advance. If you thought I was going to give you the trivia about the fucking solar cartridge before the music, you're fucking wrong, baby.
Wait, hold up. You said you get bonus weapons if you put a second cartridge, but how did you put a second cartridge on a Game Boy Advance?
You get bonus weapons in the Nintendo DS version of Mega Man Battle Network 5 if you insert Boktai 2 into the Game Boy Advance slot.
Okay.
What?
It was intentionally confusing and slightly shitty trivia, David. This is August Absurdity, baby.
Was this released in the U.S.?
It was.
Yes, it was.
Because I remember reading it's was it a Capcom game? I feel like it was a Konami game.
It's a Konami game, yes.
Okay, yeah, because I remember reading about the like light sensitive cartridge, because there are like specific temples, if I remember correctly, where like there's like shadow temples and there are monsters that come out, but if you go outside, it clears them all out and it makes certain sections of the game like easier.
Right. Outrageous, quite frankly. Yes, this game, Johnny, for the record, was released in America. It was released on my 19th birthday, October 19th, 2004. And,
you should have used that as trivia.
I was going out to get the game, and, I was going to get a fantastic birthday treat. I was looking forward to Boktai 2, and then I remembered I don't own a Game Boy Advance, and I don't care about solar-powered, insane Western games. And so I didn't have this for my birthday. I did something else that year. Most likely drugs. But
Ooh.
man, what a use of $40 those drugs were versus Boktai 2.
Could you imagine if you played this game on drugs?
It would just blow your mind, right?
I was going to say, I remember that, John. Your 19th birthday, that's when you got really, really sick and needed those over-the-counter pharmaceuticals. Those are the drugs we're referring to. Don't do drugs, kids.
Right. Yeah. Even as adults, don't do drugs.
I love the insane shit people kept doing with like Game Boy and Game Boy Advance and weird accessories and...
Seriously, what the fuck, man?
Photosensitive game cartridge. What the hell?
Yeah. You're going to try and incentivize people to play a handheld game outside in the sun? What is your problem?
Was this before the Game Boy Advance SP with the backlit screen?
This was definitely after.
Oh,
yeah, it was 2004, so I think it was after that. But even so, it's still an insane thing to try and force up people. Like,
you're
it's connected to mechanics. Your weapons get stronger when you play in sunlight. Like, the game is more... easily beaten in the daytime. That's fucked up.
You're sitting here, it's like, this is such a weird thing, photosensitive cartridge. Like, who the fuck would come up with something so out there? You do realize this game was produced by Hideo Kojima. Like, that is a madman. So, of course, this is the shit that he pulled.
We're going to trick him into putting a solar panel into the back of their Game Boy. It's going to be hilarious. Like, to what end, Hideo? I don't know. Fucking chaos, baby. Like, why not? Why should we do it?
And one day I'll make a game about delivering packages. Yeah, exactly. Sure, Hideo. Sure.
Yeah. Whatever you say, baby. But yeah, I know very little about this game. The the wiki for it is shockingly detailed, as one would expect for a game made by Hideo Kojima. There's a lot going on in this game. Yeah, man, what a weird little interesting game. Like a weird little Western kind of game. You play an isometric perspective, going on an adventure in a weird Western world, and you charge up your weapons with actual real world sunlight, and I think you can also use sunlight as currency in this game. Like if you need to buy an item, you can just hang out outside for a while and build up some solar. Like it's pretty wild, man. It's some interesting stuff going on here.
So
like I
propaganda.
can't believe they didn't like adapt this into like an Animal Crossing game or something at some point. Like how this has to have been insanely expensive to produce or something like that. Like or someone realized you could just do the same thing with a fucking internal clock as opposed to fucking a solar panel in the cartridge.
Well, what I want to know is, does it have to actually be sunlight, or can you just like shine a flashlight on the photometric
That's
light
a very
sensor?
good question, Johnny. That's I imagine it's got to be a UV ray thing. Like it, I think it's meant to be played with actual sunlight, but I can't speak to that. I didn't fully research the solar.
Because I remember when there was like a solar-powered Kinects kit that came out when we were kids, and they had an ad that was like, and is it dark? Well, you can still play with it then. And showed a kid just shining a flashlight on the sensor. So that's always wondering, like, can I just shine flashlights on these things? Like, I bet I can.
I'm pretty sure it needed actual sunlight, because if I'm not mistaken, the technology of the like solar sensitive cell in the cartridge was a tiny little plant leaf, and that's how it powered everything.
Yeah, you had to water it.
Yeah. Oh Jesus.
That was the tricky part.
I would like to know if you could use like indoor like pot grow lights to fucking play it with.
Yeah.
You gotta do a
this
whole
in my grow room.
fucking play this game.
Oh my god, you go to somebody's grow room and there's a whole array of Game Boy Advances. This is Boktai 2.
Yeah, they're farming fucking.
You're
solar
doing this
money.
wrong. Oh,
Hey, no one's asking for this.
Boktai Kush.
I don't understand. You've been going to the tanning salon every day for 2 weeks and you're still pasty. Yeah, because I'm trying to beat Boktai too.
Imagine having a Game Boy Advance shaped thing right on your face, tanning with Boktai in the fucking thing with you. But yeah, truly a bizarre game. Seems fun. I like the idea of the game. The world and the characters and things seem cool, and I'm baffled by the sunlight of it all. Oh, and the other crossover, of course, it's a Konami joint, and it's made by Kojima, so Snake shows up. But he's not called Snake, and he doesn't seem to know anything about being Snake, but he's there. So, don't ask me, man. Kojima, he was on a tear, baby.
I definitely remember, like, I wanted to play this game. It passed me by initially, and then I was reading about like, oh yeah, I remember that game. That sounded really cool. And then I looked it up, and used copies are like $150. Like, well, I'm never playing that game again.
Yeah, I can imagine. Jesus, can you imagine? Like, one, how rare this is, and two, just like, I don't know. There's got to be some really important technology inside that cartridge that we were wasting on this fucking game. Like, you could power a whole city with one of these cartridges, Dave. This technology could save us all.
This game single-handedly set solar adoption back 20 years.
Exactly. Oh man, fucking. What a game! What an incredibly weird game. It's got not a bad soundtrack though. It's got the Konami guys. It's got Norihiko Hibino doing the coming over from the Metal Gear series, and then a bunch of other supporting composers. So it's a cool game with some interesting ideas, as Kojima's games tend to be. And I was happy to get it as a request. This was requested by CX Trife. Wanted to say thanks, CX, for the request. What an insane request. Man, oh man, I thought for sure you guys would be getting more of these right, man. We've been throwing softballs at you guys. What is going on with you two? You get the first two right, and then you fucking start missing handheld games. I thought you guys were handheld gamers. What is the matter with you? I'm just
I'm pretty sure, we'll have to check in the editing, but I'm pretty sure you started this segment like, oh yeah, our fans did not go easy on you.
Yeah, but I'm still disappointed in both of you guys. We're supposed to be fucking professionals here. Guys, can we start acting like fucking professionals or not?
Game 5.
All right. The main character of this game is voiced by Simon Templeman, who was also like in a bunch of like video games, and he also was in Mad About You and Murphy Brown and Home Improvement and Modern Family and Ray Donovan, Monk, Just Shoot Me, a whole bunch of stuff.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
No. Let's see what you got.
Hey!
Interesting strategy. Let's see. Johnny drew a penis type thing. Incorrect. And David with the correct answer, Legacy of Kain, which was also on Gems recently.
Mm-hmm.
It was.
A game in the Legacy of Kain series was on Gems recently, not specifically the first game, Blood Omen Legacy of Kain.
Yeah, I was a little worried because, like, I knew Simon Templeman was Kain, but he was Kain in every Legacy of Kain game. So I was like, I don't know which subtitle to use.
Yep. Yeah, and you weren't sure if he played all those other roles that Jesse was talking about. Jesse was just trying to confuse things by listing Simon Templeman's entire Wikipedia page of credits.
Oh, he had tons more.
Let's do a lightning round.
All right.
He's
That's
also
why. That's why I asked about Northern
Seriously, who is
Exposure
Simon
earlier.
Templeman?
He's also, and I'm putting a link in the Discord. And this is specially for Jesse. He was the voice of Dr. Doom on the 90s Fantastic Four cartoon, and he's responsible for one of my absolute favorite Dr. Doom moments ever.
That's cool.
That's a good one.
Yeah, and he's married to the Chinese woman from Star Trek: The Next Generation. Yeah,
awesome.
You know the one I'm talking about.
Does China still exist in the world of Star Trek: The Next Generation?
I think so.
So this is Legacy of Kain, Blood Omen.
Yeah.
It was
requested. The one where you can suck blood from like 10 feet away.
Yes.
Yeah, cool.
That's so cool. I remember when I'd stay the night at Anthony's house, he had this big old case, like one of those flip binders of CDs, and they were filled with PlayStation games. And, I'd always wake up early and he would sleep till like fucking 1, snoring so fucking loud. And so I would just, have dibs on the PlayStation while he did that. So I remember playing a bunch of Legacy of Kain, and it was basically like a Zelda game, but you're a vampire, and it's pretty cool.
I'm listening.
Yeah, I'm super listening. It's like Zelda, except instead of hitting things with a sword, you're sucking their blood from a great distance.
Yeah.
Cool.
So instead of a hook shot, you just absorb blood.
Yeah.
God, what a way to be, baby. That's just an unfair advantage for a vampire. If you don't even have to sink your teeth in, if you can just see it from across the room, come on, man.
And also, it's way more health conscious. It's like way back then. Let's talk about social distancing. Like he doesn't have to be near you. He's not going to cough on you or anything. He can just take your blood from like 6 feet away, and we're all good.
Yes,
Now,
it's very important that we are concerned about airborne pathogens as you drain someone of their blood.
It's important, man. It's good because I mean, you wouldn't want them to fucking wake up as a vampire and have a fucking a respiratory illness.
A vampire with COVID? Jesus, that'd be horrible.
Can you imagine living an eternity with COVID?
Yeah, COVID for all of time.
Yeah.
I'm hungry, but I can't taste anything.
Can't taste the blood. It's not because I'm thousands of years old. It's because I've still got long COVID.
Yeah,
very long COVID.
I don't know. My phone signal won't even get better.
The curse of generational COVID.
God.
COVID.
So I'm sorry, legacy of COVID. I mean, Kane.
No, we're currently in the legacy of COVID, but
Yeah.
we're talking about the legacy of Kane. Yeah, and so again, Jesse, this has nothing to do with the big red guy on WWF.
No, because this is Kain,
Right.
and that's Kane.
Bingo. Got it. You've addressed all my questions.
Good.
Yeah. This has nothing to do with the recently deceased senator from Arizona.
No,
It's not the legacy of Mick Kane.
no,
Okay.
not this
Is
time.
is this the game where you're like a vampire, but you're in the
Yes.
Caribbean harvesting like crops in order to make rum?
No,
Is that the legacy of sugarcane?
no.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're telling me this has nothing to do with Scrooge McDuck's weapon and like means of conveyance in his games.
Not this one. No.
Okay.
This has nothing to do with chicken fingers,
No.
coleslaw.
Oh, come on.
Johnny,
It
where
better
you
not have
going with
anything to do with fucking coleslaw.
Jesus Christ.
God, can you imagine if you were a vampire who could drink,
Eating coleslaw
Room.
6 feet away.
you accidentally sucked up some coleslaw instead?
So is this the game where you're a vampire going around like punishing young students in a British school back in the 1800s? You know, where you're caning them?
Oh. No, actually, this is the one where you're Batman's butler. Legacy of Michael Caine.
Yeah. It's the one where you take that holiday to that cafe by the Arno.
God, could you imagine being able to absorb Fernet Branca from 6 feet away?
Now that's living, baby. I don't even need to take the holidays.
Just walk in a liquor store, get drunk, and walk out without touching a single bottle.
Specifically, Fernet Branca.
Yeah, it only works on that.
You can only do it to the real dark, weird tasting liquors. That sounds good, man. I could go for that right now. Yeah, Jesse. So it's a Zelda game in which you're a vampire and you're like a super sucker. Is there anything else really about Legacy of Kain? I feel like it's
Not
all there.
really.
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like we've said it all without saying a single thing about it.
What is there to say?
This was also requested by C Extra Life. So
What?
yep.
What's he doing placing bonus requests, Jesse? I thought this was a you game.
No. I needed some help this week. So.
Well, son of a bitch. You know, CX playing all sides, putting requests in everywhere. That sneaky son of a bitch. Great request again. Man, this is the CX block on the show.
Yeah.
And, you guys came out of it with some points, but I really think I feel like we're not scoring enough points on this show tonight, guys. And I feel like the only way to rectify that situation is to kick it into high gear. And, let's whip it out and have a little VGM threesome.
VGM threesome. VGM threesome. VGM threesome.
All right, guys. You want that trivia hint, don't you?
Yes.
So a home console port of this game was planned, but quietly canceled in favor of another enhanced port of a previous game in this series.
Actually, I had my answer written down before the trivia.
I didn't think you would need it, baby. Johnny, he's ready, man. David's thinking hard, man.
We're about to see the Dunning-Kruger effect in action.
Oh,
I feel very good.
I feel very bad.
I like that. David says Daytona USA, which is, of course, the first game in this series. Johnny has the correct answer. This is Daytona USA 2. It's, of course, Daytona USA 2 : Battle on the Edge.
Edge
and
of
that's
what?
the only place.
Is that an Aerosmith song?
Yeah. I think it's my favorite sex move.
Battle on the Edge.
Yeah, Johnny.
I mean, I understood the living on the edge reference. I just wasn't prepared to do a Steven Tyler impression to justify it.
Battle on the Edge. That's my Steven Tyler impression.
Yeah, I'm not loving that.
I like the first thing you did, but then that thing was not good.
Yeah, you really you blew right past that edge. What a mess. Wow. So yeah, this is Daytona USA 2, the arcade exclusive that they were going to port to the Dreamcast, and then they were like, "Wait, no, don't." How about instead of that, we for some reason do Daytona USA 2001. And
They were going to port this to the Dreamcast, and then they said no. End of story. Next game.
Yeah, next game. That's really kind of what I
Very
know.
Japanese.
What you're gonna port Daytona USA 2? Yes. Wait a minute. No. And this was back before the internet and all the trades and stuff. So who knows why they didn't do this? But the Dreamcast got Daytona USA 2001, which is of course the Daytona USA 2001 is a combination of the original Daytona USA plus the extra tracks that were in the Sega Saturn port, all dressed up nice for the Dreamcast with some fun new music and stuff. This stuck in the arcades. It's a damn shame. I, of course, haven't played Daytona USA 2, but listening to the songs, that's all I'm here for, baby. Because you know what I love about Daytona USA? The songs. You know what's great about Daytona USA 2? The songs. You know who sings those songs? Who was that singing those songs? Do you know the guy's name?
Steven Tyler from Aerosmith.
Dennis St. Clair?
It was Steven Tyler from Aerosmith. Johnny loses a point. But no, so we all know and love the original Daytona USA soundtrack. Everyone loves it. That's a blanket statement I'm prepared to make. And everybody loves those fantastic songs sung by series composer Takanobu Mitsuyoshi. And he returns for this one, but in their localizing it for America, they also got Dennis St. James, who I know and love because he's the American guy that sings the Burning Rangers music.
Awesome.
So
okay.
There's an American and a Japanese version. There's a Dennis and a Mitsuyoshi version of each of the songs. And I'm going to have to really listen to the soundtrack and decide which I like better. Because I always love Mitsuyoshi because he's not really a good singer, but he's just going for it. And then Dennis St. James is just such a 90s singer and he's going for it, but he's singing like broken Mitsuyoshi English lyrics. And it's just fucking fantastic. So, I mean, it's a really great soundtrack either way. No matter how you slice it, you're getting some enthusiastic rock music to drive cars to. And it's 90s as fuck. There's another song, I was listening to it earlier, and like there's a lyric about the classic sci-fi movie Stargate. I'm like, what is wrong with them? What is with them in making weird 90s movies references? Between that and the Burning Rangers giving nightmares like Wes Crave, I'm like, who was writing this? Like, stop referencing the most popular and fantastic, well-known movies of the mid-90s, guys. It's just out of control. Much like the cars in Daytona USA 2. Just a great soundtrack for a fun game that didn't get its time to shine on home ports. Like, just no love for Daytona USA 2 in the Dreamcast. No love for it since. No. When are they coming out with a, I don't know, Sega Arcade Racing Collection? I don't know. But anyway, fantastic tunes. And let's keep this threesome going, man. Get somebody else in here. All right, guys, feeling great based on those tunes? Definitely no need for trivia.
No, that's factually incorrect. I very much would like some trivia, please.
Gotcha. Okay, so this game, although released in arcades in 1996, no home port of this game was announced until a tech demo in 1998. And that home port was also quietly canceled. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. I can sense that you guys are feeling great. You guys definitely know the games that are in this threesome. You're no strangers in here. All right, Johnny's showing an answer. David, you got an answer, pal?
Sure.
You're only just now writing it? Man. So, Johnny says Sega Rally 5. Sadly, incorrect. David says Ray Storm. Also, sadly incorrect. No, this is, of course, Scud Race.
Scud Race?
Scud Race. Super car, sport car ultimate drive. They called it Sega Super GT here in America. It's Scud Race.
Why did I assume Scud was spelled with a K for some reason?
I don't know. It just seems like a dirty word. Scud. They called it Sega Super GT here in America because they didn't want to be associated with American militarism in the Gulf War. They're like, oh yeah, Scud missiles. That kind of ruined our acronym. Crap. Yeah, it's a Sega GT racing game for the arcades. That it's a pretty dope little game. You sit in the car, you drive. You got it's a lot like Daytona, but it's got it's not like racing stock cars. It's racing like street cars.
You sit in a little car and race. You just described 95% of arcade racing games.
Well, yes. I'm trying to describe what makes Scud Race so unique. Of course, the name Scud Race, the fact that it was the first racing game to use the Sega Model 3 hardware in the arcades, and it was released well within a lifetime of the Sega Saturn, and they didn't port it to the Saturn. And then they were like, hey, maybe we'll port it up to the Dreamcast. And guess what? They announced it as a launch title and showed it as a tech demo and then didn't do it. So this also remains an arcade exclusive. I don't understand it. There's so much to like about this game. And they were like on the verge of releasing the game on home consoles. And then it went, wait, no. Yes, and we're going to go to the extent of advertising this game and doing tech demos and literally announcing it as a launch title for the Dreamcast, and then actually, no, we're not doing it.
Just kidding, guys.
Yeah.
I like to imagine that the press conference for it was like, are you excited to bring this game, towards the Dreamcast as a launch title?
Yeah. Fucking Yu Suzuki up there just like... Yeah. Just you could see his face like souring on the very idea in real time. Like,
I like the idea that it's more like, do you want to put this out, as a launch title? And it's like, that's a great idea. And just walks away.
He doesn't say yes or no.
Cool story, reporter. All right, see you later. But yeah, so Scud Race. Never came out on home consoles, stuck in the arcades. Sounds like a really fun game. I like a good sit-down arcade racer. I like a fantastic, fun little soundtrack there. Much to love about Scud Race. Obviously doesn't have the Mitsuyoshi touch to it. It's got it's composed by Hideaki Miyamoto, Kaoru Ohori, and Fumio Ito. But it's racing with 90s lyrical music. I'm into it. They should have ported this to a home console. I mean, I would have eaten this up if only that were possible by owning a Sega Saturn or a Dreamcast. But no Scud Race for us.
My only question is, you'd be into Scud Race, but would you be into Chud Race?
See,
the cannibalistic humanoid underground dwellers race.
It's a different series entirely, but I could be convinced. If it had the same soundtrack, yes, of course. If you're just eating people and racing cars, and there's this lady going, okay, cool. Count me all the way in.
I was thinking more like a Sonic R, but with cannibalism. But I like them being in cars too. That's pretty good.
Fucking, oh man, can we get what's the lady that sings all those songs for fucking Sonic R? Can we get her singing about cannibalism?
Everybody's eating all their neighbors.
Can you feel me bite you? Does it brighten up your day?
All right, so after the show tonight, let's re-record the entire Sonic R soundtrack, but make it about cannibalism.
I follow Teresa Davis on Twitter. I'm sure she's available. Yeah. If we pitch her on these, I bet she's on like Cameo or something. She probably sings covers of these Sonic R songs about different things all the time. So if we say, hey, we need, Sonic C, all about cannibalism, she's probably down. So let's work on that. In the meantime, let's not eat anybody as we climax this VGM threesome. You guys must be feeling fantastic on that.
That was amazing.
Yeah, you just simply never saw it coming. So this game was ported from the arcade to the Dreamcast and to the PC and included a new mode, although the PC port had half the frame rate of the arcade original.
Ooh.
Oh, that's terrible.
I know, right?
For the PC, wow.
Yeah.
Was it 60 to 30 or 30 to 15? Because
I don't know.
way worse.
The point is, PC in this case stood for pretty crappy. So let's see some answers.
Oh God, I keep forgetting that like there's not a song after the trivia.
Right. Yeah. No, you're fucked.
Yeah, we're having a threesome, David.
Mm-hmm. Just stay engaged. Look at me.
Contact, please. I can
Johnny's
only finish if
Well,
you're
also,
looking at me.
I had a guess, and then I had to delete it because it was very obviously wrong.
Johnny says initial triple D, a great answer, but it's incorrect. And David says test drive V rally, also sadly incorrect. Though one part of that answer is correct. This is, of course, Sega Rally 2 for the Dreamcast. Remember Sega Rally, guys?
See, because
Remember the Dreamcast?
based on the music with those kind of like techno beats and everything, and we were doing arcade racer games like, oh, I bet this is F-Zero AX. And then all of a sudden we heard, I was like, well, that's not right.
I feel like I would have remembered that one.
Okay,
God, that would have been funny.
David Scatting is now a radio singer.
That's going on the soundboard. That's Stinger.
Yeah.
Man, no, based on those lyrics, you would think that maybe this was the SNES Star Fox racing game. But it's also not that.
I think I say based on those lyrics. What lyrics? The lyrics were just mumbling gibberish.
David, David, have you not played Star Fox?
Star Fox on the SNES, baby.
Somebody, we have a lot of talented fans. Someone please make a Eurobeat beat based on Star Fox vocals.
Yeah. You know who did it? The composer of this game. You know who the composer is? Hideki Naganuma, CEO of Funky Fresh Beats, baby. This is the first game that Hideki worked on for Sega. So, this predates Jet Set Radio. And, yeah, man, what a game and what a soundtrack. I'm baffled by it. Sega racing game finally gets ported up to the Dreamcast, and they hire Hideki Naganuma to come in and fuck all the music up. I love it. It's delightful. It's abrasive. It's a ton of fun. Sega Rally, pretty fun. Driving on rally courses, and not only in this game do you get to enjoy that fantastic soundtrack, you also have it's the rally game, so you have your co-pilot in there talking to you the entire time.
Oh my god.
50 meters hard left, 100 meters easy right, I think.
Wait, is rally racing typically with two people?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's
there's a navigator in the passenger seat, literally like looking at a topographical map and telling you like, hey, this is where your next turn is.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh.
Yeah, it is. And so they tried to replicate that in this game to annoying results. It's pretty it's fun though, man. I'm not down on it. It's rally racing, so it's true to life. You got a kind of annoying co-pilot telling you like, hey, there's a jump up ahead, hey, you got to make a turn, hey, hairpin left.
Guy off me.
I would love it if the navigator was actually that casual about it, like, hey, there's a turn up ahead.
Yeah, I think there's a hairpin turn or something, man. You might want to hit the brakes. Wow.
I would love it if the navigator was Peppy Hare. You just pull up to a turn, it's like
Joe Barrel.
You turn over the navigator, he's just doing a crossword.
Should I have a bear to the right there? I don't know, man.
Hey, what's a 5-letter word for T-set?
God. Oh man, yeah. It's just
What is this 5-letter word for T-cell?
That's why I'm asking. I don't know.
That's what I'm trying to say here in the thing. 'Cause
Johnny,
like, what?
Is that a real thing?
No, I just
Oh,
couldn't think of anything. It came up with T-set for some
we
reason.
got like half an improv done there, Johnny. That was impressive.
See, I was thinking more along the lines of like, hey, what's a 4-letter word for like screwing motion? Oh God, turn. That's what it is.
Hey, that's a good. Damn, David, that was sharp. Way better than Johnny's improv. Yeah,
this
man.
went nowhere.
So this VGM threesome, of course, is all Sega arcade racing games, only one of which actually made it to the Dreamcast. Just a murderer's row of games that they kept on saying, hey, maybe we'll put that out. And then they didn't put it out. And all these are requests. These were sent to me by, of course, our Sega super fan, our Patreon absurd fan, Rav Sieg. Thank you very much, Rav, for the requests. I know you're just trying to load the radio with Sega racing game music, and you know the way into my heart. So thank you for these soundtracks suggestions. And I'm happy to be featuring these silly ass games. I'm so disappointed in you arcade racing and Sega fans, David and John, for not scoring more points on this round. It's just shameful. So the only way to settle this, we're going into this final section of the game tied. And you know what we've got to do? We got to do a bonus game, and we're doing it Battle Royale style. So if you can steal it, steal it. Johnny, hit it.
Hey, God, Battle Royale style. It's just 2 of us.
It's like the end of the show last week, David. If you can get this before the trivia, you better get it for the point, for the win.
Okay.
Guesses? Answers? Winners? No?
Not yet.
I have a hunch.
Not yet.
Let's see it.
David, you gonna go for it? If you miss it, I get it, right? Is that how that works?
No, you get to answer.
Get it right at the end.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's go to the next song.
Trivia time, I assume. Unless somebody's showing an answer for the win.
If I get it wrong, am I out of guesses?
Yes.
Yes.
No, you know what? The music quality as well as a couple things, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna lock it in.
David's going for it. He's confident. He's going for the elimination. David, let's see it. David says Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. He's correct. Yep. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge.
Cowabunga.
Maybe you've heard of it.
Oh, David, tubular, man.
Yeah.
See, and can I ask what songs you used? At least what was the first song?
You can as soon as I'm done typing this into the fucking on-screen thing. I thought I had typed it in earlier. It was the shit, man. He put me on the spot like this. Just a sec.
The only reason that I ask is because there are certain stages in that game that I didn't like as much as others, so I didn't play them as much. So I didn't recognize the first one, but the second song is like, wait, no, I know that song.
Right. I'm pretty confident that it was one of the later stages in the game, Outworld Strangeoids.
Yeah, that was like once you get into Dimension X, and I was like, that's when the difficulty kind of ramped up a bit. I was like, no, I want to go back into the fun stages where you're like fighting in the zoo and shit.
Yep. Big Apple, 3 p.m. instead of 3 a.m., right? Hey, good times. So it's TMNT, Shredder's Revenge. Maybe you've heard of it. Maybe we've all played it. Johnny, have you played it?
I've not played it yet.
Ooh.
Okay, good. Me neither.
Wow.
I'm sorry. Haven't done it yet. We got to get it going. We got to get a fucking 6-player game night going.
I was just about to say, I was like, Johnny, you're missing out. But let me just say, Johns, you're missing out.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I can make any number of excuses, but it's like, no, there's always time for a TMNT beat 'em up. I really should have just pulled the trigger by now, but it's sitting there. It's on the wish list. I know it's great.
It's on Game Pass.
You don't have to fucking sell me on this game in any way. I know it's fucking great. It's like everything I've ever wanted in a Turtles game ever since I was a little kid. Great looking sprites, fucking playable Splinter, everything I fucking want. Fucking Casey Jones. Not just the Turtles, not just April, not just Splinter, Casey Jones.
Solid wake-up attacks.
Yep. Voice acting.
Everybody voice acting from the original cast members.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got all 4 Turtles back. It's dope.
Yeah. That's fucking super dope. The trivia that I didn't get to, apparently Nickelodeon reached out to the makers of the game after playing a demo and said, hey, can we have April not do a butt attack? It's not really in character for her to do like a combination attack like the Turtles. Like the Turtles smash into each other using their backsides, their shells, and having April apparently do a butt attack. Nickelodeon was like, hey, can we scratch the butt attack? And I'm like, man, probably should have just let April do the butt attack. I don't know what her combination offense is in this game now that they replaced it, but what's wrong with the flying ass from April O'Neil? I see no issue with this.
I was going to say, I seem to remember that in like one of the first trailers with April in it, like she and Raphael or something were teaming up and she ass smacks his shell.
Good.
He's a teenager.
Yeah, but there's nothing sexual or weird about killing ninjas by sandwiching them in between your two asses. It's I see nothing strange about that.
And also the game has a lot of like weird Street Fighter references. Because everybody has like an uppercut move, and April's is kind of Chun-Li's spinning, like it's not the spinning bird kick, but it's the one where she kind of kicks a few times upwards. And for some reason, Michelangelo like can do the E Honda headbutt. So like it made sense because she had Armika's butt slap, but I guess they took it out for some reason.
Right. Yeah. I guess April O'Neil's just not a butt-centric character, which is fine. She bops people with a microphone. She does her thing. I'm happy with her inclusion no matter what. April, she's an integral part of the Turtles, and despite not being a turtle herself. You think they could turn her into a turtle? That would really. You think if April was a turtle, they would have an issue with the butt? That's my question. Is it just because it's the only human woman in the game using her butt?
Would she still be in her 20s and they'd still be teenagers?
I mean, I don't see the issue. Again, they're just killing ninjas, fighting evil, smashing butts together. It's nothing wrong with it, baby. But man, I gotta get this game, and we gotta all play it together, man. 4 of us, throw in a couple of fans, have a little TMNT beat 'em up night. It's long overdue because what a fucking game! What a great soundtrack! How about that fucking soundtrack, man? They got T. Lopes, they got the Sonic Mania guy making the fucking Ninja Turtles music, Johnny. That's why you were bopping.
I knew I recognized that those drum patterns. It sounded so familiar.
Just take Studiopolis and fucking extrapolate it out onto a Ninja Turtles game. It's like, oh yeah, this whole soundtrack fucking rules. Yeah, it's very good. And then of course, again, I should have bought this day one. I don't know what's wrong with me. Once you reveal that there's a Ninja Turtles game and they got 2 of the members of the Wu-Tang Clan rapping on it, I'm like, why didn't I buy this yet? What's wrong with me?
I was going to say, Wu-Tang does the ninja rap.
Yeah. I'm just depressed or something, guys. I don't know. I'm broken, man.
Wait, Wu-Tang does like the ninja rap from?
No, it's a different ninja rap.
It's a different
oh my God.
version.
It's their own ninja rap. It's Ghostface and Raekwon, and they're rapping. It does not use the Vanilla Ice lyrics or chorus or anything like that.
Damn it.
That would have just been too goddamn dope.
and Mega Ran has a song on there too.
That's cool.
He does, yeah.
About that. And apparently the opening theme song is done by Mike Patton.
Yeah.
So, fucking, it's just they got all kinds of guys trying to appeal to guys my age.
Winter's all around.
The whole intro cutscene is basically it's not 1-to-1 exactly, but it's basically a modernized, redone version of the original cartoon intro. It's so good.
Done by Mike Patton of Faith No More. It's fucking made for guys like us. They know exactly who their target market is. Everybody can enjoy this game. Guys our age are gonna fucking just cream their jeans over this fucking game. So great game, great tunes. Fucking love those turtles. Everybody that's played it, Jesse and David, who's your choice turtle in this one?
Raphael.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, all the time. And he has this mean German suplex. It's great.
Ooh,
he
David?
bridges and everything.
Choice turtle or choice character?
Choice turtle.
In my heart of hearts, I want to say Donatello.
But,
however, Michelangelo is a lot of fun in this game. He's super fucking fun.
Good. As he should be. Okay. Yeah. And choice character, not just turtle.
April. April is surprisingly fun in this game. She's got kind of a short range, but she's one of the fastest characters, and she just combos the hell out of people. John might have frozen. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. I'm super frozen, but I'm assuming you said April. Jesse?
Yes.
Still Raphael.
Still Raphael. Okay, cool. Johnny, who's your character? You haven't played the game yet. Who are you playing as?
Oh, Michelangelo. Yeah. Always. He's the best turtle.
Can you get clone turtles? Can you play with 6 Michelangelos? Because that's probably how I
know.
Yeah. That'd be kind of the shit. That or doing all Splinter Run, 6-player co-op Splinter Run. That'd be the way to go, baby.
I just imagine playing a 6 Michelangelos. You just keep hearing dude.
Overlapping Rob Paulson clips the entire time. Nunchucks swinging all over the place. No color variations whatsoever, so it's all terribly confused.
Pardon me for just a moment. Rob Paulson was the voice of Raphael. I believe Townsend Coleman voiced Michelangelo.
Thanks, man. Ooh, you really bailed me out on that one. Thanks for not.
I hope somebody got fired for that blunder.
No, not me, motherfucker. You can't fire me right before my fucking round of August Absurdity. What the fuck's your problem?
That'd be so absurd.
Yeah, we're not going that absurd. This is about as absurd as we're gonna get, man. Guys, What a game. What a round. Johnny, calculator computer, hit it.
Calculating computer activated. Computers, beeps, boops.
Damn it, John.
Scoring complete. This game's winner is David Fleming.
He's done it, guys. David Fleming headed back to August Absurdity finals. What a win, man!
Did I call my shot or did I just know?
Well, you were playing against Johnny, so you knew you had as good a shot as anybody, and we gave you 9 scoring opportunities, and you seized upon 3 of them. So yeah, David, you really called your shot, pal. Way to go. Great game. You've really punched a convincing ticket to the finals of August Absurdity. So congratulations to you, man. C's get degrees around here, David. You are the winner, and no one can take that away from you.
I can't wait to plan a VGM threesome that's just Game Boy Advance games.
Yeah, hey, be my guest. I thought that was a really fair and fun threesome. As all my threesomes tend to be. But yeah, as also all my threesomes tend to be, somebody ends up feeling offended. So thank you for that, David. But man, what a show. Great game, David. Truly a lot of fun. What a great night of music. What a great night of competition. Johnny, sorry that it's not your year, but never fear, because you still have a chance to be redeemed. So everybody just stay tuned. Johnny may not be out of it yet.
Wait, no, we didn't discuss this. He's out. I move on. I win.
With the shot at redemption. We will just see what happens going forward. Game That Tune, August Absurdity. How absurd.
Crab clawing.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we got that, Johnny.
Put a knife in those hands, baby. You fucking crab knifer. Man, what a show. Thank you, everybody, so much for being here with us. Thanks to everybody watching live with us. We're live every Wednesday night. We'll be back next Wednesday with round 2 of August Absurdity. Me versus Jesse, head-to-head in fantastic August Absurdity action. Get your requests in to David and Johnny for next week's episode of me and Jesse going head-to-head. Jesse, I'll say good picks this week. Fun show. It was nice to program it with you. We didn't get the result we wanted. We got David through to the finals, not Johnny. But yeah, so it goes. You can never count on anything on this show. But what you can count on is next week. It's going to be a great contest. So tune in live Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Tune in podcast form if you like. Our podcasts hit GameThatTune.com or anywhere you get your podcasts on Tuesday mornings. We appreciate you guys listening there. Want to thank everybody for checking out patreon.com/GameThatTune. We got awesome exclusives. We've got Covered Up and mixtapes galore. We've got Game That Tune gems galore. We're bringing back our movie nights real soon, and you're helping us keep the lights on at the 24/7 video game music live stream, radio.gamethattune.com, gtt.rocks, the home for video game music on the internet, the greatest of all video game music live streams at GameThatTune.com, radio.gamethattune.com. Want to thank our Patreon absurd fans. Of course, I'm talking about Lance Revere, Damian Beckles, Bradford Stevens, Taylor Y, Sam L, Mork, Tasty, Grimmery, Phoenix Tier 2121, Unsaddled Zebra, Akadar, The Kerrigan, and Rav Sieg, a fantastic group of Patreon absurd fans that we have. Want to thank everybody that made a request. My request tonight came from Rav Sieg and CX Strife. Fantastic request. Jesse, who made your request tonight?
CX Strife and Rayanus.
CX, don't try to play us against each other ever again, man. Don't be doing that. Jesse was not upfront with me about the fact that he had already chosen one of your requests, but great requests. Thank you, everybody, for making requests. You can make your requests in our Discord or at GameThatTune.club, or hit us up via email, GameThatTune@gmail.com. We always love you guys making requests, and don't ever feel discouraged from making requests. Make as many as you want. We'll just communicate better in the future to better ignore you. What a show it's been. Johnny, are there any messages of congratulation for our winner tonight, David Fleming?
We got 3 voicemails. I'm not sure what they're going to be. So
I assume they're voicemails of congratulations for David Fleming, our winner this week. So let's hear something.
Yeah.
Woo! Triple D, gonna give you the D.
Yeah.
That sounds like a congratulation.
Hey, GTT family, how's it going? Keeps right here. And just wanted to use the platform to wish Link happy birthday. Mexicana. Happy birthday, Link, and hello, everyone. Obviously, today we're going to have a great show, I'm sure of it. And I don't want to break any DMCA. I don't think it will, but that's it. That's all we get, Link. Happy birthday, man. And hello, everyone, again. Bye-bye.
You got about 80% of that, but he was definitely saying happy birthday, Link.
Yeah. And then, let's see. We got one more here.
Where's the bees?
Wait, what?
I think it was Where's the Bees?
Oh.
Where's the bees?
Where's the bees?
Well, that'll be useful every time we discuss Nintendo Switch Sports going forward.
Where's the bees?
I kind of love it.
Yeah.
And David, you've won, and you're advancing to the finals. The crown is back within reach, and it's time to tell everybody about your bonus tunes tonight. So take us home, pal.
Johnny, I don't know if you saw my message in Twitter.
Where's
the music? The music might be a little loud. You might need to turn it down a little bit.
Got it.
Forgot about that. So I'm moving on to the next round. John, Jesse, whoever wins is going to face me. So I figured what better way leading into that confrontation than finding the most Fight David music possible. It is the boss theme from Shantae and the Pirate's Curse.
That's it could barely be more David. Hell yeah. Great round, great night. We love you guys for listening. Peace out, everybody.
Where's the bees?
Cannon Spike is copyright 2000, Capcom Company Limited. Nintendo Switch Sports is copyright 2022, Nintendo of America Incorporated. Axe Battler, A Legend of Golden Axe is copyright 1992, Sega Games Company Limited. Boktai 2, Solar Boy Django is copyright 2004, Konami Company Limited. Blood Omen, Legacy of Kain is copyright 1996, Silicon Knights and Crystal Dynamics. Daytona USA 2, Battle on the Edge is copyright 1998, Sega Games Company Limited. Scud Race, aka Super Sega GT, is copyright 1996, Sega Games Company Limited. Sega Rally 2 is copyright 1999, Sega Games Company Limited. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge is copyright 2022, Tribute Games and .emu.